Hi guys, this is Krista from Mosaic Party and Event Design, and today I have some more cookie crafting for you. This is just a super quick video to show you how I'm achieving this palm leaf effect on my round cookies that say 60. This is for a 60th birthday going out this weekend for a platter collection for a gentleman that really enjoys spending time down in the tropics. Yesterday you'll have seen me post or upload this ocean and surf beach cookie done with royal icing and sugar. These cookies are part of the collection and they're on fondant with a little bit of piped royal icing for the name and the numbers, and then some painted effect with the tropical leaves. And it's the tropical leaf I want to focus on today because I think anybody can paint on a cookie, and there's just a couple of little tips and tricks that you can do to achieve really simple effects that look great. So before I pipe on royal icing, my cookies all have a tropical leaf painted on them. And how that starts is with just a super simple base in a yellowy green like this. So what I want to show you is how to get that three-dimensional effect with just a couple of additional steps. What you'll need is some edible paint. I am using a moss green from Wilton and a forest green from Americolor. These are gel food colorings, and I've just mixed them with a little tiny bit of vodka and water. The vodka helps the paint and moisture evaporate from your sugar so that it doesn't gum up. You will also need a paintbrush, of course. And I'm just going to quickly show you how I created that little leaf set on a piece of paper because I ran out of blank cookies. But I'm just going to dip my brush in my paint, and all I've done is created a simple arch just so that I have a guide. And you always want to go larger at the bottom and shorter at the top. So I'm just going in, and this is honestly all I'm doing. Don't be afraid to turn your paper or your cookie, whatever you're working on. Now it is different on paper, of course, because paper soaks up and spreads the water a lot different, or the paint a lot different. But that's all I've done to create a base. Anybody can do that. And I mean anybody. Super simple, but you can take it up a step and really create this fantastic dimensional effect. So how we're going to do that is we're going to go in, and I started, like I said, with the yellowy green base. Now I want to add sort of this more bluey tropical green. And I've mixed that in the middle here together with a little bit of my yellowy green so that I have a nice blend. It's not too sharp of a contrast. And you're just going to go back over this. Now, you're going to be afraid that you're ruining your design. You might panic, and I'm asking you not to. All you're doing is going over it and even just filling it out a little bit more and fluffing it up. And just adding a little bit of that color. And you can even go in and paint it thicker. And that's all I've done. It looks like you've created a bit of a muddy mess, but what you're going to do is you're going to flip your paintbrush over, or you could take a toothpick or a scribe tool, whatever works best for you, but I find the end of my toothbrush, or not my toothbrush, my paintbrush, and I've washed it off with a little bit of alcohol. My hands are clean, I assure you, it's just food coloring all over them. And I'm going to go through while it's still a little tacky, and I'm just going to scratch the paint. Now, you want to be careful not to apply pressure because you don't want to scratch out the fondant. And you're just going to come through and make all these little whimsical lines. And if you find that there's an area that you don't like so much, or that you want to skew with your lines, you can go back in and add a little more paint. You can even just go back in and redo it. You don't want to work with it too much if possible, because you will start to gum up the fondant. See, I took a little too much paint out of there, because it needs the wet paint to scratch into to make the design. And if you find you want to add a little more lines, you can go in between your lines. So this whole technique is just a matter of painting in 2 layers to get the dimension of color in between everything, and then scratching. Super simple. Anybody can do that. And there you go. My cookies are ready to add my 60 onto. And all I'm using is a cobalt blue, sort of Caribbean blue royal icing. I'm lightly painting the number set on first in a very, very thinned down water solution of my 60, and I'm using a very light color in a yellow, which I will do next, and then I'm using that as my guide to pipe. So, super quick video. If you want to follow more of my cookie adventures, you can find me at Sugar Bee Cookies on Instagram and Facebook. I will make sure the link is in the comments, or sorry, the description of the video. I hope you're all having a good day. Happy baking. Cheers.